On this 2020 to 2025 Honda CR-V 2.0Hybrid P04F1 is an EVAP system low purge flow code. In plain terms, the PCM may not be seeing the purge flow pressure change it expects. The vehicle may run normally, but it can set a warning light, and the fault area can be anywhere in the purge path: the canister side, the tank vent side, the main flap unit, or the EVAP leak check module system. The code sets when the expected pressure pulsation from purge valve operation is not detected, and / or when the ELCM pressure sensor output does not change after the engine is stopped. Start by confirming the failure. Turn the vehicle to on mode, then run the EVAP leak check module test with the HDS. If that test result is not okay, the failure is duplicated, and you can move into the EVAP inspections instead of chasing an unconfirmed complaint. The HDS path for the function test is PGM-FI, function test, EVAP function test, EVAP leak check module test. The related data list is under PGM-FI data list. Next, inspect the EVAP canister purge valve. The valve is removed for this check. Use a vacuum pump and gauge rated 0-30 in Hg. For the open stuck check, apply pressure to the specified purge valve port. The normal result is that pressure is held. Before doing either closed stuck check, make sure the open stuck inspection is within specification. Then connect the purge valve connector terminals to a 12-volt battery with jumper wires. Apply pressure to port B and look for the normal result. Pressure is not held. This closed stuck check is performed for both purge valve 1 and purge valve 2. If the purge valve inspections are not within specification, the problem is with the EVAP canister purge valve. If the purge valve checks normal, move to EVAP purge system 1. Look over the system for poor connections, blockage, restriction, leakage, or damage. The normal condition is good connections with no blockage, restriction, leakage, or damage. If this inspection is abnormal, the problem is in EVAP purge system 1. Next is EVAP purge system 2 for blockage. Disconnect the purge tube from the EVAP canister purge valve, then disconnect the fuel purge pipe from the EVAP canister. Connect a hose to the fuel purge pipe. Connect the 0-30 in Hg vacuum pump and gauge to that hose, and apply pressure. For this blockage check, the normal result is that pressure is not held. If the result is abnormal, the problem is in EVAP purge system 2. The leakage check on EVAP purge system 2 comes after the purge valve has been confirmed normal. Disconnect the fuel purge pipe from the EVAP canister. Connect a hose to the fuel purge pipe. Connect the 0-30 in Hg vacuum pump and gauge to the hose and apply vacuum. For this leakage check, the normal result is that vacuum is held. If it does not pass, the problem is in EVAP purge system 2. After the purge side checks, inspect the ELCM system for poor connections, blockage, restriction, leakage, or damage. The normal condition is good connections and no blockage, restriction, leakage, or damage. If that inspection is abnormal, the problem is in the ELCM system. Then check the main flap unit. Confirm the shutoff valve is closed, and inspect the flap seal and its mating surface for missing or damaged sealing surfaces. The normal result is a closed shutoff valve with no missing or damaged seals. If the main flap unit is abnormal, the problem is in the main flap unit. If the main flap unit is normal, continue to the fuel tank system leakage check. Disconnect the fuel vent tube from the EVAP canister. Connect a hose to the fuel vent tube. Connect the 0-30 in Hg vacuum pump and gauge to that hose, and apply vacuum. The normal result is that vacuum is held. If this check is abnormal, the problem is in the fuel tank system. Next, check the EVAP canister for leakage. Disconnect the drain tube, fuel vent tube, and fuel purge pipe from the canister. Plug the drain tube port and the fuel vent tube port. Connect a hose to the fuel purge pipe port. Connect the 0-30 in Hg vacuum pump and gauge, and apply vacuum. The normal result is that vacuum is held. If this check is abnormal, the problem is in the EVAP canister. Now check the EVAP canister for blockage. Disconnect the drain tube, fuel vent tube, and fuel purge pipe from the canister, then plug the fuel vent tube port. Connect a hose to the drain tube port. Connect the 0-30 and HG vacuum pump and gauge and apply pressure. The normal result is that pressure is not held. If this check is abnormal, the problem is in the EVAP canister. If the purge valve, purge plumbing, ELCM plumbing, main flap unit, fuel tank system, and EVAP canister inspections all indicate normal, then the remaining fault call is the EVAP leak check module. A key point on this job is to be careful with port identification and hose routing. Several of these checks depend on connecting to the correct port before applying pressure or vacuum. If you cannot positively identify the connection point, pause, recheck the earlier diagnostic path, and avoid guessing. The clean way through P04F1 is to duplicate the fault with the EVAP leak check test, then work through the purge valve, purge lines, ELCM side, main flap unit, tank side, and canister checks in order. Follow the pass-fail results and do not jump to the module unless the earlier inspections are normal. For more diagnostic training, visit stepdiagnostics.com.